Once upon a time, I committed a terrible sin. I feel the sacred power begin to pull on me. Helpless, I fall to the beginning of time. Time winds backwards. Memories disappear one by one. I lose everything that I've become. Then, I am reborn. This time, I shall succeed. I shall release the world from its curse. I will save humanity. Once more, I return to the start, where a new beginning awaits.
Good to see you again. Is something the matter?
No, it's just... I suddenly had this strange feeling of déjà vu. I could have sworn we've done this before. That we've been in this exact same situation.
I hope you're not imagining things. The world needs its savior, and you need to hold yourself together. If you're ready to go, stand in front of the warp device. I can use the warp device to send you down. It's best if you head for Luxarian first. Something strange is happening in the so-called City of Light, and you need to find out what's going on.
Train is now arriving. Luxarian North Station.
Luxarian, a bustling metropolis, the divine city of light, in the holy sea of salvation. It's the last bastion of peace and order in a dying world. Most of the people who live here worship the almighty Benevelza. The city is governed in his name by a powerful religious sect known as the Order of Salvation. God's followers believe in ultimate redemption, and their faith helps keep the fires of hope burning. But even in this pious city, a darkness lurks untouched by divine light. A heresy that rejects the teachings of Supreme Benevelza.
It's another girl.
How awful.
I bet it's the heretics doing.
The Divine City doesn't look so holy now.
This was no accident. The girl was left here intentionally. Light! Help her!
There's no need. Just a dummy. Hope, did you see who dropped it? They must still be close.
My sensors didn't pick up anything at all. I'm running a search of the city's video database, but I'm coming up blank so far.
Doesn't matter. I'll just find out myself. Luxarian. The Divine City of Light. Is that what they call it? Trouble is, the brightest lights cast the darkest shadows.
Looks like someone's targeting the Savior. Let's see if we can find out anything from the crime scene.
We need to solve this case quickly. Luxarian is the city of divine light, yet it has seen the murder of 3 girls in 3 days. The people seem to be growing fearful. If you find out anything at all, I'd be anxious to hear it. There are similarities among the victims. They have all been young women, and all of them had rose-colored hair. Yes, just the same shade as yours. You may also become a target of the killers. I urge you to be careful.
The horror continues. Another victim has been discovered. I knew the latest victim. She was a leading member of the Order clergy. She'd been a rising star, destined to become the next High Priestess. But then she retired suddenly, for reasons of health, or so it was said. And then this.
If you see any people who need help, lend them a hand. It could be an opportunity to save a soul. The Savior's mission is to rescue the souls of people trapped in prisons of pain and suffering. By forming a bond with them, you can lead their souls to salvation.
For your safety and security, the Public Safety Office of the Order of Salvation has sealed off all access to the police station area. Citizens are asked not to exit or enter the area. I repeat,
The Inquisitor will definitely be very interested in this information. Want to talk to a few more people?
North Station area.
Am I a suspect too?
God save me, I saw what they did. If they find out what I know, I'm done for, as sure as my name is Holmes.
It can't be. Damn it, it's not like him to be late. But what if... No, couldn't be that.
Something wrong? Not about those murders, is it?
God, no. Well, at least I hope not. You see, it's the end of my shift, and I'm waiting for my replacement, but he hasn't shown. He's been late before, but never as bad as this.
You're starting to worry, right?
He likes to make out he's a tough guy, but he isn't at all, frankly. His name's Holmes. If you run into him, do me a favor, will you? Tell him Thornton's worried and needs to go home.
All right. If I see anyone in uniform wandering around where they're not supposed to be, I'll talk to them.
They need to make progress with the investigation.
You work at the station, don't you? Your fellow attendants worried about you.
Oh no, is it time for my shift already? I completely lost track of time. Look, can I trust you? I saw who did it. You know, the people who threw the dummy off the clock tower? I got scared, so I've been laying low. I can't go to the station. That's where they'll look for me.
You were there? What did you see exactly? You have to tell me.
I don't have to do anything. But if you can protect me from those people and get me to the station, I'll tell you all about it. Get me to the station, and then I'll talk.
Holmes, you're safe. I was so worried about you, I could barely concentrate on my duties.
Sorry, boss. I saw what happened over where they found the girl. I guess I just panicked. I don't know why I got so scared. I'm sorry I let you down. It won't happen again.
Never mind. I'm just glad to see you're safe. Guess I never told you. Well, years ago, one of my colleagues was killed by a monster. I was afraid the same thing had happened to you. I panicked and asked this lady for help.
I can't believe no one told me that when I took this job. But anyway, sorry for the trouble, boss. From now on, I swear to you, I'm never going to be late. I mean, what if your heart gave out or something with worry? Can't have that on my conscience.
A true friend that cares. Maybe that's enough to save us all.
Well, a deal's a deal. You got me here safe and sound, and so I'm going to tell you exactly what I saw. It was the children of Etro. They tossed the dummy off the tower. I really wanted to tell the Inquisitors what I saw. Honestly, I did. But I was afraid those heretics might find out and make me their next victim.
That was a valuable witness statement. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information. You should cooperate with the investigation. They're bound to open up other areas if they can make progress in the case. It'll be a win-win.
This is my favorite spot. Hang out here long enough and you get to see all kinds of things. Like those white-garbed loonies, for example. The children of Etro are heretics and they don't believe in the Order's teachings. Those Etro fanatics used to keep a low profile, but recently I see them everywhere. The Order's authority isn't what it was. Now those people wander the streets like they own the place. Do you think they know something we don't? Maybe they have a date for the end of the world. Who knows?
That's vital information. Good work, Light. At this rate, you'll solve the murder in no time.
We suspect that they have... Thank you for your help earlier. What's that? You have more information for me. Interesting. I had been putting together a picture of the plot, but I was still missing important pieces. Not anymore. Thanks to your information, we have a good idea of what happened. I think the culprits must be hiding somewhere close. We'll have to keep the blockades in place.
You should head to areas with lots of foot traffic. Try your luck at this station.
In recent days, the Etro fanatics, those unspeakable heretics who reject the Order, have been gathering brazenly on street corners. They're a sinister bunch, clad in stark white cloaks. I just overheard one of them say something very interesting. It went something like, if we kill the Savior, the prophecy will come true. Now, all the victims to date have been women. Could there be a connection? Are they trying to hunt the Savior? I wonder if I should tell the Inquisitor this information. It might be important.
That's vital information. Good work, Light. At this rate, you'll solve the murder in no time.
Where are you from? What am I supposed to do if I can't leave this place? Where will your crusade take you?
I always said those people would cause trouble. And I was right. Every night I can see them, those weirdos in their white cloaks sneaking around the streets. Whenever I see white, I think, ugh, heretic. If there's one thing I know, that wicked shadow hunter, he's the ringleader of the heretics. Those fanatics are growing bold. Nowadays, there's always a gang of them in the plaza in front of the station. It's as if they are meeting to go someplace else. Speaking of which, it's usually around this time they start to show up.
That was a valuable witness statement. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information.
I can't get home? I wonder where she's off to.
No one, absolutely no one doubts that the people behind the killings are those heretics. The Order is conducting its inquisitions based on that assumption. The Etro fanatics who worship the Goddess of Death are all over the place. Just look for the sinister groups huddled together, dressed head to toe in white. It may mean nothing, but some people have witnessed the Etro heretics using the public phone near the graveyard. Furtive conversations in the streets. Prowling the city at night. It makes you wonder what they're up to.
The Inquisitor will definitely be very interested in this information. Why not talk to a few more people?
Patch me through to the Grand Inquisitor.
Hey, lady! So these heretics, they believe in the goddess, right? Are they all bad people, or just some of them? Those heretics are always hanging around here, you know. They're easy to spot. They wear white clothes and huddle together muttering stuff about oracles. You know, they always stare at any women that go by. Do you think they're picking out their next sacrifice? Pretty scary, huh? I'm scared.
So the culprits are the children of Etro?
Wait a minute. I don't know anything about the Shadow Hunter, I swear to God.
I didn't mention any Shadow Hunter, but thanks for the tip. Who is he?
Don't tell me you don't know about the Shadow Hunter. Lord of Luxurian Shadow World, hero to the little folk, king of the Warren. Although it's not like I've actually met him myself. Yeah, sure, so I told everyone the Hunter and I are close, but come on, it was just talk. I never thought anything like this would happen. Damn it, I know I shouldn't have been bragging about how me and the Shadow Hunter were best pals. What if the Elders believed I'm in tight with a savior-murdering nutjob? I saw you coming and I got scared. I figured you were with them, you know, the Inquisitors.
Let's find out. Once the gates are opened, I'll try tailing them. Discreetly. It'll be the...
Our investigation is progressing rapidly. Soon we can lift the blockade.
The Inquisitor should know that heretics are involved. We need those gates unlocked as soon as possible. We have our own work to do, remember?
Not like anyone's waiting for me.
Stand back, Inquisitors only.
If you know anything about the case, I'd be glad to hear it.
The Goddess's disciples are beginning to gather. If you lift the blockades around this area, there's a good chance they'll start to move out.
You're suggesting I let them go? It's not a bad idea. Yes, I'll give the order and we'll see where the heretics lead us. We've managed to find some eyewitnesses, and we think we know who it was that strung the dummy from the tower.
Let me guess. The children of Etro, right?
Ah, you have your own sources, I see. In recent weeks, the heretics have become more visible on the streets of our holy city. The poor, benighted fools don't believe in God's salvation. Clearly, their despair has led them to carry out these wanton acts. If only they would open their eyes, embrace God, and they could bathe in the pure light of His almighty grace. Can't they see that their souls would be liberated in the new world? The irony of it all is that their fanatical rejection of the Savior has only made my own faith that much stronger. Although perhaps that is the work of the Savior herself.
If you think your faith will save you, then go ahead. Believe all you want.
All entrances to the North Station area have been reopened. For your safety and security.
Chocobocolina! Hi! I sense you want to talk about something. Ask away! Is it about this message board? Or something more important, like my beauty regimen?
I want to talk to you. I think that you have it backwards.
Oh, don't be such a silly Sahagin. Everyone wants to talk to me, especially since I've been put in charge of this.
The message board?
It's not just an ordinary message board. It's called the Canvas of Prayers, and it's magical. An ancient spell has been cast on it, and now it can show people's hopes and dreams. For example, you know how people wish on stars, or by throwing coins into a fountain? I know you've done it too, even though you'd never admit it. This board collects prayers from all over the world, from all sorts of people, and makes them appear as words.
You mean anyone can come here and read them?
Just you. It's written in a mythical language. To anyone other than yourself, it looks like a jumble of nonsense. Now don't just take my word for it. Why don't you take a look? See if you can't read everyone's humble little wishes.
The evil savior will die at the hands of the Shadow Hunter? I sure don't like the sound of that. When they say savior, do you think...
It's me, alright. It has to be. But who's the Shadow Hunter?
I don't know. Right now, no one else does either. The information's incomplete at best. But the Order thinks he could be the leader of the heretics.
So if the Shadow Hunter leads the cult, does that mean he's also behind the murders?
Stay out of sight and see what they're up to.
Show that you are one of us.
In the forest of darkness, chaos holds sway. To the goddess of death, these numbers I say. 7891.
The rites are beginning. Make haste.
See that? I think I just found my invitation to the party.
Yeah, so when the phone rings, you have to give them a 4-digit code. Simple, if you have the numbers.
Right, simple. So any bright ideas about how to do that? I mean, considering you're doling out advice.
Head back to town and see what you can uncover.